I'm just going to wait for a few of you guys. I have a statement I'm going to make. I'm turning off comments because this is serious. This will, a similar video like this will be shared on my YouTube. This will be my only public statement on this. I will not be repeating this. All right. It has come to my attention that on October 25th, a heavily redacted copy of a police investigation that involved me as a victim of a crime was published online and on YouTube. While I have made some details of this case public and this crime public, I have never relayed all of the details of this crime nor of the investigation. According to the police department that was involved in releasing this information along with the investigation, they've assured me that this was a heavily redacted report that did not contain any of my identifying information. Sentences of this report were removed and any identifying information, including my name, date of birth, or my accounts, were removed from this. Pages were markered out, I was told. I was also told that publication of this would not prevent or present the full story to the public, nor give any details, or the public would not be able to make a valid opinion based on how heavily redacted this was. Despite those redactions, and despite the fact that under the law, I was protected as the victim of this crime, on October 25th, 2 individuals published these documents, then while publicly outing me as the victims in these crimes. This was done with the intention, I believe, to mislead the public that I have lied about the crime and have made inconsistent statements over the years. Despite the claims by these publishers, there is no truth to the fact that I've lied about what happened to me on April 22nd, 2007. In the 13 years since I filed the report, the primary details of my assault and my story have not changed. Some things that may have changed or may have been foggy are my timeline, and that was because I was given a drug, which rendered me unconscious and also fogged up my memory. Some things like not remembering full timelines, not remembering exact times of when I arrived or left or when I woke up may have changed. But at the end of the day, my story has not. The assertion by these publishers that I have fabricated this story to gain sympathy, or that I made this assault, or I made up this assault, are both baseless and defamatory. The police involved in this investigation have assured me that my identity and much of my identifying information along with my account were redacted and thus would not provide the full context to anyone that would publish this report. Moreover, the publishing of private redacted information while outing the name of a victim is a crime under the civil law invasion of privacy, public disclosure of private facts. The publishing of these documents, I believe, was done not with the intent to bring light to this issue, but rather to shame and humiliate a victim of a crime by taking their account into question, which has led me to receiving emails and messages on all of my platforms calling me a liar and claiming that I have fabricated and made up my sexual assault for attention. While I realize I am a public figure, redacted police reports and naming victims through the redacted information is not only a breach of journalistic ethics, but also a crime under civil law. I have contacted my attorney and will be exploring legal action regarding these publications. I understand my assault became the interest of the public when I publicly outed my perpetrator and shared my story. But it is not of the public interest to publish police reports with the sole purpose to smear and defame. Some may say I deserve this because I report on victims of crime. However, I respect journalism ethics about reporting on victims of crimes, which includes not disclosing private information, not naming victims not otherwise named, and not using the information to shame and humiliate a victim. Please remember, in 2007, victims of sexual assault were often not believed, and their history with consensual acts was often used as a means to explain their actions. Under federal law, which was passed in 2005, victims' sexual activity cannot be used by investigators or the court to explain a crime. I'm currently working with the department and have filed a complaint regarding my investigation due to a number of issues that have come up. I was told by police at the time the reason why the case would probably not move forward was not because I was not believed, but rather because I lacked memory. I shared my story not because I wanted sympathy, but rather to help other victims of crimes like this have a voice. Victims who are drugged and raped are people that are in the background. We have no memories of our crimes, and we often learn of what happened to us not through ourselves, but through the police or what our perpetrators tell other people. This was exactly how I learned about what happened to me on that night, which included being raped 3 separate times. My perpetrator not being charged does not mean he is innocent. It does not mean I was not raped. I would never and could never lie about something so serious. And ultimately, they did not file charges because I did not have a story. I was given what my sane nurse believed to be was Rohypnol, which rendered me unconscious for, I don't even know, 8 hours or more. When I woke up, I felt unwell, which was actually in the police report. And through that release of this police report is how I learned that this case was closed. Imagine you find out the details of your police investigation, not through the police, but because somebody maliciously published your investigation online with the sole purpose to hurt you. I'm seeking legal advice and will be following the advice of my attorney and will be making no more statements nor publicly naming the individuals who published these reports. YouTube is a place for everyone, but should not be used to hurt people nor hurt victims of crimes. Please know I am okay, I will be okay, and we'll get this handled. Thank you.